So many of you don't actually understand why circumstances don't matter. So many of you don't understand how you're actually making manifest your reality. You're doing all the techniques, but you're not really understanding why it's happening, how it's happening, or how you're messing it up whilst in the process of manifesting what you want. And a lot of you are doing that by reacting. A lot of you are reacting, not selecting. You're reacting to what's happening out here in your 3D reality. You're not selecting a new reality. And if you want to know how to select that new reality and not react to what you're seeing in front of you, what you've made manifest, then this mini course and this video will be for you. Hi guys, welcome to the latest Loz lesson about circumstances not mattering and saying fuck the 3D. So this is my latest mini course that's just dropped in the squad, my private monthly coaching group. It's only $35 a month, and inside the Subconscious Loz squad, which you can join on my website, you'll watch me coaching people live every week, one-to-one, those people who've done my self-concept course. Plus you can go live with me every Friday and I'll answer your questions. Plus there's mentors, people who've really understood the law of assumption and my teachings to answer your questions inside the Q&A forum, plus mini courses every month. And this month's mini course is all about why circumstances don't matter and why you can get your manifestation no matter what the fuck is happening, because you're creating your own reality with your mind. So guys, in my mini course, I go in great depth about, and it's in written content, about what Neville Goddard taught about reality creation and that all realities exist. And that is what he meant by creation is finished. You're not actually creating anything when you're manifesting. You're actually making manifest what's already here. And by already here, he means in your mind. Anything you can imagine, you can manifest, because your imaginal activity is what's manifesting your reality. It always was. You just weren't aware you were doing it. And that's why you'll get in bad situations over and over and over again, or the same kind of relationships, or meet the same kind of men, and you won't understand why, but it's because of your imaginal activity about yourself, about other people, and about the situations you find yourself in that cause the circumstances in your reality that you think are beyond your control. And you're trying to change, but you can't change what's out here. It actually came from here first. And anybody who's watched any kind of law of assumption teacher who really understands this, they'll understand they're not just saying circumstances don't matter. They're telling you why they don't matter. And the reason why is because of you. Your why. You create the circumstances. And that's why circumstances don't matter. They never matter. So it doesn't matter what's happening in your 3D reality, the reality out here you can see with your eyeballs, because you created it, therefore you can change it. So those of you who are in the squad will know that I drop a new mini course every month, and then they go out and they go on my website. And if you want to get this mini course now, it's only $35. It just dropped yesterday. And there's 3 videos, 3 workbooks, plus activities and affirmations inside the squad over that month to help you to do this mini course. And the reason why I've done this particular one is because people actually asked for it. They want to know how to not react. They want to know what to do when the 3D is a shit show. They want to know how to be inside their mind and what they need to do to fix what's actually happening out here, like their person leaving them, like a third party showing up, like their bad money situation, like a bad health diagnosis. They need to know how to react and how to be and how to think and how to imagine once your 3D isn't favorable. Because a lot of you are thinking manifestation's magic and it's just going to all magically change and nothing bad happens. Well, unfortunately, the stuff that's still happening out here is a reflection of your old thinking, and bad shit can still happen because you once were thinking bad shit, and so it's been reflected out into your 3D reality and still happening. So you need to know what to do and how to feel and how to think when it's happening, to not freak out, to not spiral, to not act, to not react, to not send those 10,000 SA texts to your specific person because they said they didn't want to be with you anymore. How to not freak out about having no money in your bank. How to think when you've been given a bad diagnosis or lost your job. How to be once this 3D out here is not how you want. And a lot of you can't handle it. And a lot of you emotionally spiral and mentally spiral or physically react in your 3D to what's happening because you think this is real. Is the Facebook group 35 or just the squad? Just the squad. My Facebook group, Subconscious Loz, which you can join at any time, is free. There's 13,000 people in there and it's totally free and always will be. My squad is the group that everyone asked me to make, which was more private, more condensed teachings, But the 3D is in there, and every month there's a new mini course. Plus, I go live in there. And people who go live with me have done my self-concept course. So whilst you watch other people live, and you can watch it back, there's replays, and all of them are in there since we started. You'll learn what I'm teaching about concept of self, about changing you to change your circumstances. And you'll learn whilst watching other people. And they've all done the self-concept course, so they truly understand what their issues are, and I'm helping them to change their issues so that their circumstances then change. And people find it very insightful. So guys, when you are trying to change out here, you need to understand that everything out here was created first by you in here, in your fourth dimensional reality, in your mind, by your imaginal activity, because your imagination is God. You are God. God is in you, and you are all powerful, and you are the creator of your reality simply with your imaginal activity. What you're imagining to be true about you, your situation, and the people in your life. So if you've got a bad story about your specific person, they can only show up reflecting that bad story and being the way you imagine them to be. If you imagine yourself to be a certain way, like unchosen or always passed over for another girl, then the next guy you'll meet, regardless of what you do, will leave you for another person or choose another person or flirt with other people, or you'll be in a situation where you're not prioritized by them and they prioritize flirting with others or their job, or they just don't prioritize you because you're not chosen, because you've got a dominant story. I don't get prioritized, I'm not chosen, etc. I'm not enough. So they have no choice but to reflect that back to you, and you created that circumstance. So don't circumstances not matter because you created them? Don't you then have to recreate you, your concept of yourself as a person who's chosen, so then the circumstances change because they are simply a reflection of what you think about yourself, your imaginal activity about you, your story you hold about your person, and the story you hold about the situation. So if you got yourself in a relationship and it was great at first, and then they started pulling away or flirting with others or not prioritizing you, you've got to think, why did that change? What was I thinking that made that go differently? Oh, well, I started worrying that they were talking to other girls on Tinder, or I saw that they hadn't deleted their dating profile, or I saw them flirting with girls on Instagram, following others, and I got really funny about it. Then I started wondering if they were going to cheat on me, or thinking they were going to leave, or asking them what was going on, or telling them to delete all their new follows on Instagram. But all I was doing was reacting to my own creation that I created in my mind, that I'm not chosen, I'm not the chosen one, I'm not enough, etc. So your specific person has no choice but to reflect back to you, actually, you're not the chosen one, I'm going to choose these other girls. And that's why circumstances don't matter with your specific person, because you're the one creating the situation with them every single time. And that's why a lot of you will be in the same kind of situations all the fucking time, all the kind of same relationships, attracting the same kind of guys, manifesting the same kind of guys and girls. You understand? You're creating those people. They can only show up the way you think about you and the way you think about them. Oh, my cat's joined the chat. So guys, please do understand that everything out here is a reflection of what's going on in here, your concept of yourself, what you're aware of about you, other people, and situations. And if you don't change those thoughts, those imaginings you have about yourself, the situation, and other people, the situation won't change. And the circumstances will stay exactly the same until you change. You change your concept of what you think the world is, your concept of what you think other people are, and your concept of yourself. And that's why I teach self-concept. It simply means your idea of yourself. And any fucking manifestation coach on here or on YouTube who says you don't need to work on your self-concept to change your reality, you don't have to work on your self-concept to manifest, it is all manifestation is. Your manifestation is your I amness, what you think you am. That's your concept of self, which creates your state of consciousness, what you're most conscious of being all the time. So if anyone, and I mean any coach, is saying to you, you don't need to work on self-concept, they are so unbelievably lost about what manifestation actually is. They're not understanding that all manifestation is direct reflection of your I amness, that you are creating all that you am in your 3D reality with your mind. They're thinking that self-concept means like self-esteem or self-love or something. That's not what it means. It means, what's your idea of yourself? What's your idea of your life? What's your idea of how relationships go for you based on what you think about yourself, your imaginal activity about yourself? And if you don't change that, your circumstances won't change. So if you've been watching anyone, guys, and I'm really serious about this, who actually says something as dumb as you don't need to change your self-concept or just get into the state and you don't have to think differently about yourself, they are severely misunderstanding how this works. Oh, thank you, Anna, for that. It means they're not understanding it and they're teaching you wrong. Because if you just get into the state, surely you've changed your thinking about yourself to change your state of consciousness. You can't just get into it magically. Like ping, that's bullshit. And anyone who teaches you that isn't understanding that they first had to think new thoughts about themselves, think favourable thoughts, be a different I am to then change their state. How did they change their I am? They thought differently about themselves, who they am. And then their state changes. The place they most often return is their state. So anyone who's teaching you that circumstances don't matter, but they say things like you don't have to work on your self-concept, I would stop watching them completely until they actually understand these teachings and understand manifestation properly, because a lot of them, I think, don't even understand what self-concept means and what manifest means make seen from your mind. So if you don't change your mind, what you dominantly think about you, nothing will be made manifest differently out here. So they're fundamentally not understanding manifestation at all, right? You understand that? So guys, if you really want to understand how all realities exist and how you are doing this with your mind and how you're making manifest your reality and how you can change it, please do go and join the squad. It is only $35. It is the cheapest, most amazeballs manifestation group out there because there's so much value in it. I'm literally giving you a full course, and I say they're mini courses, but they are really substantial courses with 3 videos, 3 workbooks and activities in the squad for the whole month. They go for the 3 weeks of that month. You have a whole month to do the course, and then the course is pulled out. It's only $35 to join the squad, and then that particular mini course goes on my website for $95. So you may as well come and join the squad for $35, get the mini course, watch the coaching, get help from the mentors and other members of the group who really know their shit, who are really working hard on themselves, and also get coaching with me over Facebook Friday when I go live with you and answer your questions. So guys, it's a no-brainer to join the squad because once people are in there, they understand it's the most amazing support group for when they're spiraling and when their circumstances feel like they matter. A lot of people come in there and go in the forum and say, okay, this has just happened, help me. I know I understand this, but something's just occurred. It's the best place to really get that support with people and by people who actually really understand the law of assumption and have been taught this properly by me. Okay, and there's mentors in there who've really understood this, and I've chosen them specifically. There's about 8 of them, and they will all answer your questions about what's going on with you and your circumstances right now, especially if you're spiraling. It's the best place to be. So guys, I will now answer your questions, but thanks so much for listening to my Loz lesson about fuck the 3D, and go and get it now in the squad, guys. Let me go up. The squad is so worth it. Great support system. Oh, thank you, Rita. Yes, Australian. No, it's American dollars, guys. Everything, even though I'm Australian, you've got to understand everything's in American dollars. Otherwise the rest of the world literally doesn't understand. No one understands what Australian dollars are or how much they're worth. Okay, it has to all be in US dollars. Otherwise, everyone's fucking lost as hell. All right, guys, I'm just scrolling up to answer your questions. Hi, guys. Hi, Sarah. So happy to see you live here on TikTok. Yes, I'm live again. Hi, Loz. Yes, love watching you whilst working. I'm going to love this course. Guys, a lot of you are already loving the course. I've got about 20 comments already under the first video of people saying, oh, my God, I wish I understood this before, or I get it. The penny's dropped. Good. Because a lot of you are learning manifestation. You're not really understanding what it means by I amness, what it means by possibilities exist, all of them. You're creating them in your mind. In your 4th dimensional mind, that's where creation happens, not out here. That's why fucking with the 3D doesn't work. What if after 4 years of manifesting there might be a third party? Well, then you're doing it wrong. What are you doing? What do you mean 4 years of manifesting? First, Lynn, let me just say this. For anyone to say, I've been manifesting for 4 years, you've completely misunderstood what manifestation even is to even write that. If you'd been listening to me for 4 years, and I've only been on this account for 2, you would know to never say that because you're always manifesting. So you're thinking of manifesting as something to do, like a practice, and what you've probably been doing is a whole lot of bullshit techniques by a whole lot of morons who don't understand manifestation. They've taught you wrong, and then you're saying stupid shit like, I've been manifesting for 4 years. Now, what you've probably been doing for 4 years is all the bullshit they teach you, like concentrating on your specific person, trying to get them back. You're not manifesting them back. You change and they change. So have you been for 4 years predominantly working on your self-concept, on changing your thoughts about yourself that made your specific person leave and then choose someone else now? I bet you haven't. And that's why they're not back. So there's probably a third party, darling, yes, because you have not been working on your concept of yourself. You haven't changed your story that they're on a pedestal or you're below them or they're better than you or you're not enough or you're not chosen. And therefore they will choose someone else, yes, because they're only reflecting you because you were listening to complete and utter fuckwits who didn't understand how to change your concept of self, how to actually teach you to do it. Therefore you weren't. You were concentrating on your person. Your person just got the telepathic ick from you because all you were doing was you're sending needy thoughts out to them all the time that they were the greatest thing ever and they had the golden dick. They feel the telepathic ick. They go and choose someone else because you've got an essential story that you're not chosen. That's why you were concentrating on one fucking person for 4 years. Think about how fucked up that is to be so obsessed with someone for 4 years. Think about the needy thoughts you're sending out to them that for 4 years, I've spent 4 years manifesting you. Can you imagine how they're feeling? They're going, I don't know, Lynn just feels needy to me and weird and like she's so obsessed with me. I don't want someone obsessed with me. I want to be obsessed with them. If you've been manifesting them for 4 years and nothing's happened, you're doing it wrong. So tell me what you were doing wrong. Probably everything I just said. And I'm not telling you off. I'm just saying that's why it's going wrong. You understand? I don't know who you're watching. Hi, Loz. Trying so hard to be in the 4D tonight. Worst nightmare right now. Thanks for talking to us, Naomi. Well, if you're saying it's a worst nightmare right now, Naomi, guess what it will be? You just manifested more of that because you're saying it is. What are you aware of it being a fucking nightmare? You've been here a long time. You watch Sasha and me. You understand that what you predominantly think is true is true. So you're saying it's a nightmare. So guess what it will be? Stop saying that, please. Loz, oh my God, haven't caught it live in so long. Yes. When do I come on live? So I'm trying to go live twice a week on YouTube, on TikTok, and then it goes on YouTube. So within the week, these videos will go on YouTube, on my Subconscious Loz YouTube. So make sure you subscribe there so you know when they've come out. And also make sure you join the Subconscious Loz either squad or the free Facebook group to know when I go live here. I give you warning. I feel each mini course I do makes it click more and more. Oh, good, Mel, good. Yeah, the last one was really good too, Unshakable Confidence. That's coming out today. So guys, if you haven't done Unshakable Confidence yet in the squad, go and join now because you can actually get it. You can get the workbooks and watch the videos before it gets pulled out. And then it will go on the website for $95. So you might as well do it now. And a lot of people had heaps of success with that. I know I'm in the Sabbath, manifesting SP. SP is dating someone else. Well, don't worry about it, darling. If you're in the Sabbath, they'll be dating you soon. Friday Lives have moved into the squad. She's been doing these Loz lessons on TikTok. Yes. I'm starting to get movement with my SP. I'm still affirming until I get exactly what I want. Well, good, Charlie boy. You don't stop affirming. Affirming is just thinking. You don't go and have shitty thoughts. Oh, thank you, Star Moon. What'd you say? Something about a parcel, darling? I missed it. My self-concept is so good. I don't know who I want now. I want everyone. Guys, when you level up and your self-concept changes, you will look at your old SP sometimes like, what the fuck did I see in them? It happens a lot in my group because people really elevate and level up and they take the person down off the pedestal and they don't want them anymore. Can self-concept help better my physical health? What do you mean? Your concept of your body and your health creates your health. So I know people who have this story that their family are always SICK or they're going to get C word or they always feel tired or lethargic or any of those shitty words that describe a concept of yourself being ill. And guess how they always are? So you got to change that story. I'm never sick. Like I literally never get sick. And if I get SICK, I'm so fucking shocked. I'm like, what was I thinking? Something went wrong there. Like I can be around someone coughing and spluttering on me. I will never get it. And if I do, I've done something wrong. Loz, I got rejected from all law schools I applied for this year, revising that I get in. Well, decide you get in, darling. It doesn't matter that you got rejected. Just decide you passed or decide you got in or see yourself as a lawyer. Why don't you just see yourself as a lawyer and how that comes about. Don't worry about the law school part. Do a Kim Kardashian, do it from home. Why do we like emotionally unavailable people? Because you feel like they're not going to give you what you most crave. And so you are actually manifesting into your reality the people who are going to play out your dominant story about yourself, which is people don't give me what I want. They're not there for me. They're not giving me the love, the attention, the time, and the affection that I need. And so they can't give you that. So you only are manifesting into your reality people who reflect your dominant story about you not getting your needs met. So they won't meet your needs because you've got to change. It's not about them, darling. You're not manifesting emotionally unavailable people. You're literally having stories about yourself that is what you get and then that's all you'll get. So you need to change that story and change you. I feel like this is great because it's one of the most popular and biggest issues with newcomers. Guys, honestly, you guys fucking with the 3D or getting upset by what's happening in front of you, like your specific person telling you to fuck off and die, is the biggest thing that I see all the time. You guys coming in here and spiraling and saying, this just happened. Okay, but circumstances don't matter, so what are you going to do about it? That's what the whole course is about. Oh, thank you, Star Moon, darling. Thank you, Mandy. Is there a better way? Being affirming, I'm more than good enough to be accepted and chosen. Is there a better way than changing your thinking? What do you think, Ariana? What do you think I'm going to say to that? I don't understand. The Facebook group is free, guys. The squad is $35. The squad is well worth the $35. Honestly, guys, there's so much value in there. Sometimes I'm like, what was I doing? That's a bit dumb. There's so much in there. I'm like, why am I only charging $35 for this? Right. Me and my talking stage stopped talking, and now I'm blocked. I miss him, and I'm manifesting back. Well, first of all, you're in the story that you're only in talking stage. So no wonder you got blocked, because you didn't have a dominant assumption that you're already in a relationship with them. You had a story that you're only talking. So why would it progress to a relationship when you just got the story that they're talking to you and that's it? You need to go watch all my videos. Guys, if you're really lost about this and you're saying things like my talking stage person and you haven't moved into the reality yet that you're in a relationship, regardless of what they're doing and saying and acting in 3D, then you're not getting this yet. You need to go to my Subconscious Laws YouTube and watch every single fucking video in the Ask Laws series, the Manifest Your Specific Person series. And if you're really goddamn lost about the whole thing, okay, go and get all my mini courses on my website and also get my free mini course. You just go and get the Laws letter, sign up for the Laws letter on my website, or join the Facebook group and put your email there, and you'll get lessons from me every week. Just read those lessons in your emails, or read the lessons every day on my Instagram, and you'll start understanding this properly, and you won't be saying things like talking stage person. I had to resend your package because it's sent to Austria. No, Austria? You're joking. Did you not have my proper address? 6912 Western Australia, Australia? What the fuck? When you were saying there's a package coming, I kept going and looking at my emails thinking, is there a post office thing? Fucking Star Moon, that's so bad. I'm so sorry. I manifested 20K. Oh, Olivia, did you? Oh my God. Master Manifestor Olivia here. Oh, Jen is here. Hello, darling. Oh, the universe is here too. I was thinking about this page. I know. Oh, no. It was my first time filling out the customs form online. I made that mistake. Oh, no. So you chose AU instead of AUS or something, and it said thought Austria. I'm fucking dumb. If it said Western Australia and the postcode, surely it can't be Austria. God damn it. Slap some sense into us. Yes, well, that's what fuck the 3D will do. Lodge, got so much inside of my head that I no longer want my old SP manifesting a new one. Happens a lot, guys. Sorry to say. I got back on Sunday, laughed my ass off. I was like, how could I have made that mistake? Oh, don't worry, darling. Loz is teaching self-concept and getting rid of the old story, yes. I still need to send you origami papers. Oh, origami papers. Yay, found you from your Facebook group. Oh, wonderful, darling. So the Facebook group, guys, is just Subconscious Laws. Look it up on Facebook. And then you might see Subconscious Laws Squad. You can't actually join by going straight to the squad to the paid group. You've got to go to my website, click it, pay for it, then go to the squad. It gives you a link and you go in there and then you say, this is my email, this is my name, I've paid. But otherwise, just go to the free group. But you won't get fucked the 3D in the free group. It's only in the squad. Otherwise, you have to buy it on the website later on. Loz, I need to manifest that my eyes are healthy again. Should I avoid mirrors? Just decide you can see clearly. Your eyes are so healthy. Your eyes are so clear. Imagine your doctor telling you prognosis negative, nothing's wrong with you, everything's cleared up. Is living the end law of attraction or law of assumption? Can you explain the difference? There's no such thing as law of attraction, darling. You're not actually attracting anything. Anyone who's dumb enough to still be teaching that teaching and hasn't got that there's no attraction occurring in the process of manifestation. Make manifest means make seen. How are you attracting something if manifest means make seen? Nothing from outside of you is happening, doing anything, right? So if you're listening to anyone who uses the word attraction whilst teaching you manifestation, you should immediately press not interested or unsubscribe from the YouTube channel because they're so retarded. They're not understanding. No process outside of you or anything is coming towards you or being attracted to you from outside. Elvis is in the building. You're the one doing the manifesting, making it manifest. It's all it means. Make seen from your mind, from your fourth dimensional mind to the outside world. If anyone's using the word attraction, I'm like astounded that they're that dumb. There's no attraction happening. The universe has got nothing to do with anything. It's just your mind doing it. Darling, living in the end means live in the end of having your desire already, being the person you would be, being in the I amness, in the state of having it. That's all it means. That's all we're teaching. Did anyone see that warning come up? What warning? What was the warning? It's Loz. I need to be yelled at. So much love. Oh, good, Mel. Guys, if you read any warnings on here, someone's writing a warning, they're just scammers. Just ignore them. Does self-concept change how we are in SP's reality, though, just them or in ours? What do you mean? You're only in yours. You can't possibly know what's going on in their reality. There is only your reality you're seeing. You're only aware of your own awareness. What are you talking about? Who knows what's going on over in theirs? Who cares? They're only in yours. I don't understand the question. I cut my hair a bit shorter than I want. Can I manifest it grows back quickly? My hair grows like weeds. My hair grows so fast. I love having long hair. So that see yourself with long hair. Just troll. Yeah, don't worry about the comments, guys. I manifest a new USP and it feels amazing. Working on self-concept to avoid getting old fears and ruin it. Well, stop assuming you're going to ruin it and stop saying you're going to get old fears. A lot of you do this. A lot of you come to me. You're trying to manifest a specific person. You realize you had them on a pedestal. You take them down by working on you. You're no longer attracted to them anymore. Then you manifest in a beautiful new SP who's reflecting your new self-concept. Then you start to fucking freak out about all your old shit. Stop that. Keep working on you and keep being your new I am and keep keeping your new self-concept that manifested them in, please. And stop thinking you're going to fuck it up. Then you will. Because you're assuming that. I don't want people manifesting in great new SPs and then fucking it up because they've gone back to their old thinking because they're not working on themselves anymore or they've let their old fears kick in. You need to do this course immediately. Hello, Daphne. Oh, yes, Daphne's here with us. Exactly. I don't know why I get triggered by SP talking to others at work. I've got to work on my self-concept. Well, what happened to you as a child, darling, where you weren't given enough love or attention, or you feel not good enough, or you feel like there's something wrong with you, or you're not pretty enough, or not attractive enough, or whatever the fuck's going on that's causing you to feel threatened by those people? It's about you. So you can't go telling them, doing 3D shit, telling them not to talk to co-workers because they're just going to be like, you're a fucking jealous bitch. Work on yourself. Tips on recreating a narc mum and how to... Oh, God. You haven't watched me for very long, have you, Joan? And how to reprogram my beliefs about her that I've had since childhood. Well, she's not a narcissist. She's turning up that way because of the way you feel about you. So, guys, you've got to understand this. Why is Harry attracted a narc like Megan? Okay? So didn't Harry always feel less than William? Didn't he always feel like the spare? That's what his book's fucking called. His self-concept is literally on the cover of his book. I feel less than. I feel not enough. So who did he manifest in, who he was most attracted to and decided to marry within 2 years? A person who thought she was better than him. So she is reflecting his story about himself. I'm not good enough. I'm the spare. You're better than me. So he manifests in a person who thinks they're better than him, better than a Prince of England. Right? That's how far up herself she is. But she's not actually far up herself. She's actually deeply fucking insecure. And that's all a facade. She's painted a picture of herself. Her real name's Rachel. Her real name isn't even Megan. Her whole persona is fake. It's because the person she actually knows herself to be, she doesn't like. So she's created a whole persona based on Princess Diana to trick Harry into thinking she's the woman of his dreams. So if you've got a story about your mum being a narcissist, what you've got to understand is what's the story about you created in your childhood based on the way your parents treated you, obviously, about yourself being not enough, about her not listening, about her not caring, about her being all about herself. Whatever the story is you hold about her, you created once in your childhood based on your story about yourself that you formed in your mind, that you're not enough, you're not prioritized, she thinks she's better than you, she doesn't listen, she doesn't care, whatever the story is. So you need to change that story, and guess what? She will magically start to fucking change. They're only reflecting you guys, so stop describing her that way. I've been manifesting my SP for 4 years and now there might be a third party. What do I do? Well, Lynn, I just answered this and now you're desperately writing the question again. Hi, good morning, everyone. Oh, hi, Monica. How do I eliminate a third party? We're not eliminating them, darling. We're actually creating ourselves differently so they go away. You created them. Go and listen to my Banish the Third Party sleep tape on my YouTube. In that, I don't mention the third party at all because we're not focusing on them. We're going to focus on changing ourselves. Got to focus on you being the chosen one by your person, by working on your self-concept. Hey, Loz, self-concept is real. Listen to Loz. She changed my life. Oh, my God, great. Thank you, darling. I was in the same place, self-concept, Lynn. It's the answer, yes. It's true. Self-concept isn't just part of it. It's all of it. Guys, it's your I amness. If anyone's teaching you as you can also work on this or also work on self-concept, they're so fucked up that they're not understanding this. If anyone said, I've seen creators who I thought understood this, like big creators on YouTube saying, you can also work on your self-concept as well. If you have limiting beliefs, or get into the state and then also work on your self-concept. What do you mean? Your concept of yourself creates your state. You're confusing people. You can't also work on your self-concept. Your self-concept is all there is. Your concept of yourself, your I am, creates your state. You can't say you can also work on your limiting beliefs. You can also work on your self-concept. That is your state. It creates your state. What are you on about? Like, are you lost? Are you lost? You are teaching this wrong. I see it all the time and I'm like, have these people actually read any law of assumption books or listened to any of the creators and actually really fundamentally got this? It's so simple. It's like mind-blowing. Your I am creates your state. Your I am is your concept of yourself, your ideas of yourself, who you think you am. If you aren't changing that, your state won't change. Oh my God, I can't also work on my self-concept. I'm not teaching this right. I'm confusing all my followers. No wonder I don't get hardly any success stories, and when I do, I have to post them on YouTube. Guys, we get so many fucking success stories. I never post them. There's so goddamn many. We're creating a library in my Google Drive. But they're just in the Facebook group, or I get them in YouTube or TikTok. I don't even see them. I don't mean to brag, but there's like that many because I'm actually teaching this correctly. I listen to Neville. I'm teaching what Neville taught you. Please stop watching people who are teaching this wrong and confusing yourself. Working on my health after bad diagnosis. My self-concept drops with a physical illness. How can I change it? It's just you thinking differently because you feel bad. Just get through it, darling. Just work on feeling well and then work on your self-concept. Sometimes, guys, when people got C word and stuff, their self-concept dropped a bit. The things they were working on, I'm chosen, I'm blah, 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 dropped because they were concerned about their health, or they weren't feeling good, or they lost all their energy, or they were feeling sick. Don't worry about it. How do I manifest weight loss when I keep binging? Well, stop binging. Stop saying you're a binger. Like, it's easy for me to say stop binging, but you've got a story. Do you understand the way you just said that? I keep doing that. So you've got a story, I'm a binge eater. That's the state you're in. That's your concept of yourself. I binge eat. Therefore, you'll continue to do that. If you hold that story that I keep doing this because that's who I am. I am not a binge eater. I never emotionally eat. I can regulate my emotions so easily. I never have to eat when I don't want to. I only eat when I feel hungry, and I never overeat. I'm not that person anymore. I used to be that girl who was a binge eater. I don't do that anymore. That. What was that Jenna was saying? 3D, fuck the 3Ds in the squad. Yes. Olivia Gerd, did you manifest a relationship yet? Olivia Gerd is one of the biggest success stories in my group, darling. There's a whole video about her on my YouTube. You can watch it. Stop putting the focus on that. Put the focus on your work and your self-concept. Oh, yes. Yes, I did. Old SP came back and I didn't want him anymore. I have a new wonderful SP. Exactly, Olivia. Actually, have I published your success story to YouTube? Or maybe I haven't. But guys, if you haven't watched, oh yeah, I think I have. So guys, there's also success lives in my YouTube, in my Facebook, and I cut them up and put each individual success story on YouTube, but I haven't published them all yet. But you can go and put in success story. I mean, you probably won't be able to find it because there's so many, but if you put in success story live or something in my Facebook group, you'll find the live I did with everyone who had SP success and self-concept success. I manifested my SP back because of Loz. Self-concept is the whole thing. Ah, okay, great. That's wonderful. Me and SP got married last weekend. Oh, Kevin, congratulations. Did you? Oh, how lovely. What's the best way to ignore the 3D if it's showing SP has a wife and kids? Well, guys, look. You've got to think, how the fuck did I manifest into my reality a person who's already taken? Well, fuck, do I have a dominant story that I don't get what I want, or I'm not good enough, or I'm not the chosen person? And so I constantly manifest into my reality someone who's choosing someone else. Oh my God, this is not about the wife and kids. This is about me. Why do I keep picking these fucking people? Oh, it's because I've got a story about myself that I'm not good enough. How about that? That's how you do it, darling. So you change that story about you not feeling good enough to be chosen by a person who's not actually taken, then they will choose you. Not about ignoring her. It's fucking nothing to do with her. He's a chiropractor. Who are we talking about? What's his face? Joe Dispenza, the chiropractor. I would listen to him about chiropractic. I don't know where my pineal gland is, and I can still manifest like a bitch. So, how about that, Joe? What the fuck are you on about? Will this be on YouTube? Yes, darling. In about a couple of days. Loz, lol, TikTok would not let me say the F word. Oh, really? It's censoring you? It's turned all Twitter on us, has it? We are the lucky ones. Loz is sharing all she has, as I've learned so much. Oh, wonderful, guys. We've got to understand, I've been sharing this for free for over 2 years. I didn't bring out a course till October last year. Right? So there's a lot of people who got a lot of success. There was an OG original member of our Facebook group, came in the Facebook group the other day. He's an actor. He's now started a production company, got a whole lot of productions on the go, a whole lot of producers talking to him about TV shows. And he just said, are any OGs in here? I left ages ago. I got all my shit. I didn't need to be in the group anymore. And I never sold him a course, never sold him anything. I wasn't selling anything. Right? If you listen hard enough, you'll get your shit. Hi, Loz, everyone. Oh, wonderful. What's the best advice you can give someone stuck in a loop feeling like a failure? You're saying you're stuck. You're saying you're a failure. You're saying you're in a loop. Darling, you've got a real fucking story about yourself. What's that story? It's I'm a failure. I'm stuck. Things won't change. This is me now. I'm this person. That's your story. Then if you keep banging the drum of the story that you're a failure, you'll keep failing. If you keep saying you're stuck, you'll remain stuck. That's your story, darling. That's my tip. That's my advice. You've got to change your story about yourself. I never fail. I get everything done. I used to procrastinate. I used to do things wrong. Everything I do is a fucking success. Everything I touch turns to gold. God damn it, I am fucking amazeballs. I used to fail at shit. I don't fail anymore. Started reading Neville last year. So happy. Oh, good, darling. Is there any such thing as too many affirmations? Yes, guys, if you're trying to do that 10,000 affirmations or 30,000 affirmations a day or whatever that goddamn bullshit is, I would highly recommend you actually start listening to me and realizing that saying affirmations ad nauseum all day isn't really going to change your subconscious mind because it turns into gobbledygook once you say it too much and it has no meaning. It needs to actually have some oomph and some meaning and say it with conviction. So if you're doing that, yeah, please don't. And if you're saying a whole lot of shit about your specific person, please don't. These need to be affirmations about you. I don't care how many affirmations you have as long as you can actually remember them. If you can't remember them off the top of your head, you've got too many. Water for ducks back, lol. They'll be having hydrophobic feathers and shit. What's we're talking about? To quiet the logical mind. What story can I change on why SP hasn't reached out in weeks to quiet the logical mind? It's not your logical mind, Selma. It's your fearful mind. Don't bring logic into this. Oh, I've got a logical mind because I look at the 3D and it shows me shit. Yes, Selma, the 3D is showing you what you believe to be true about yourself, that you're not loved by him. That's all it is. Use that fucking logic. Instead of telling me you're so smart and logical, why don't you actually understand what I'm teaching here? You are manifesting your own fears. Do you fear he doesn't love you and doesn't want you and isn't going to manifest? It isn't going to manifest in your reality because you don't have the power. You're too logical. You can't understand this. And the 3D is showing you what you don't want and you're believing it. You don't sound very logical to me. You sound like you're not understanding this. If you used logic, you would understand that logically, your specific person is manifest in your reality based on your thinking about him. So what you're thinking about him, that he doesn't love you and he's not coming back, ta-da, you've logically manifested that. Don't bring logic into this, guys, and tell me you're too smart to understand this. Oh, I see things in my 3D. How do I logically not look at this? Why don't you get that you created it for a fucking start? You really need the course, darling. Please go and get Fuck the 3D. If you're saying things like, things are in front of me and I need to logically explain to my mind how it can be different. You've not even understood the fundamentals of how you even manifested what you're logically looking at, right? Hi, Ivan Watts. I saw your comment on Instagram. You're so sweet to me. I'm discovering in just about every self-help book there is a basis of this at the core. Guys, every self-help book says it in the title. Self-help. It's not called specific person help, 3D help, doing shit out in the 3D in the real world help. It's called help myself. That's why it's called self-help. Like us. Get a clue. You know what I mean? Like, why is it called self-help? So how do I get chronic illness and have the opposite life I thought I'd have? How did you? Well, what's your story about yourself? That you get sick easily, that there's sickness in your family, that what your doctor told you was true, that you couldn't change it, that things go wrong for you, that you're not enough, that you don't get what you want. What's your story about yourself, darling? Yes, you're right. Thank you. Okay, Selma, got it. So stop looking out here and thinking, logically, I can't change my mind because this is what I'm seeing. You really need to do this course. So guys, please come and join the squad. It's only $35. The link's in my link tree or in the description in the YouTube video when this goes on YouTube. You'll understand how you're creating what's in front of you, your 3D, with your fourth dimensional mind. You'll understand that you don't have to think about logic and wonder how to change out here. You're changing it in here because you created it. That's why circumstances don't matter. That's what the whole mini course is about. So if you're spiraling, if you're not understanding how you created your situation and how to change it, please do get Fuck the 3D. It only lasts for a month. After a month from this week, it lasts for a month and then it goes out of the squad, right? So you've got to get it for $35 now. So don't come in a month's time and say, where is it? It'll be gone. It'll be on my website for $95. So it's a no-brainer to join the squad, guys, and you can cancel anytime. You just cancel your own payments, okay, or you just have reoccurring payments. $35 a month gets you coaching with me every Friday, 2 sessions, an US time and a UK Australia time. Then there's watching me live, coaching people who've done the self-concept course on video. They're really insightful coaching sessions. You can watch them all back. They're all in there, plus the mini course, plus mentors to help you, plus all the wonderful supportive members of the squad who are there to answer your questions and help you and support you when you're spiraling, when the 3Ds got you down. All right, guys, come and join the squad and get Fuck the 3D now, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.